Hello guys, I hope Lishapu. Remember I promised you that each and every day I'm going to give you one video. So for today I got a comment and the guy was just asking me to basically go through AUDCAD, just analyze AUDCAD. I was gonna do something different, but since I got this comment, so I just decided that when I'm addressing when I'm answering his question, I will just make a video out of that, and then it will be our video for today. So if you are new here and then you like this style of trading, you can just watch this one video and then look at how I do things, how I analyze the chart using just the price action, and then coming up to conclusions to say that this is what is most likely to happen. And then based on that, you can decide if this is the information or this is the type of trading or the style of trading that you want to go for. And then if so, you can just subscribe and even text me on Telegram and even on YouTube. I mean on WhatsApp you can text me, but I'm not very active that side. So let's get started. So this is the AUDCAD that I was asked to do. So as always, me when I'm doing analysis, I always start with the lowest time frame possible. I mean the highest time frame that you can find, so that I have a better view of the bigger picture, what is happening on a larger scale, for a long run, where are we most likely to go and stuff like that, so that when I get to my smaller time frames where I'll be taking my trades, at least I know what is happening on the bigger time frame, so that I don't trade against them. That is very important when you are someone that trades using just the price action. You don't use indicators and stuff. That's not what we do here. Indicators, no. We make our decisions based on what we are seeing. So let's get started. So this being our monthly chart, we need to check where the nearest support is at and where the nearest resistance is at. So you can see that in terms of the resistance, we are somewhere there, and this thing is bearish. If you have to comment on the structure or the trend, you are bearish because you were bullish at some point, had a very nice trend line there, and then after that you broke the trend line, you broke the support, then you're forming creating new areas of resistance, breaking those areas, those structures of a bullish move. That's when you tend to the downside, and then from there you just been approaching. And remember, once one is broken, you shift down, and then you're focusing on the next one now. So because that support that we had here was taken out, you have to shift down. The next support starts from somewhere around, it's a very weird looking support, from there until here. So it's because of what we have here. I don't know what was happening there, probably COVID or something, I don't know. No, COVID was 2020, which is somewhere, I think this is caught by COVID, but yeah, doesn't matter. So that's our support that we have currently on this chart, or on this time frame. The nearest support you have is there. And then in terms of the resistance, remember the resistance is here, and then our support is here. So this is the support, this is the resistance on monthly. So you need to mark those ones so that you can say, oh, currently it looks like the price is coming from this support or coming from this resistance, trying to reach for that zone. All right. So if you were to look at this, and we already mentioned that this is downtrend, and you can even have a bearish trend line on the very same time frame, right? Should the price, while we're still here, for those ones that are, but I doubt those that are trading the highest time frame, should the price come here, you can still sell, right? So if it goes to that resistance and that trend line, you can still sell, but don't try and sell and say I'll put my take profits there, because on this time frame, once the nearest area of support or resistance is hit, which you are holding trades, you need to exit, because you don't know what's going to happen there. That's a very sensitive area. That's why you need to make sure that you do something with your trade when the price touches that area, right? You cannot just ignore it. So that's your support and resistance. So currently the price hasn't yet touched the support, but anywhere from here it's going to be very crucial. Anywhere from somewhere around there, you see I marked using this body here. So anywhere from there, we know that we are entering into a monthly support. It's going to be very crucial. Here the price tried to reach for it, but it missed it. So even if it comes for the second time, at least you know that it will be touching our zone properly now, because what it did there, it did not touch it, right? And for resistance, still quite far. We don't have to mark it. It's still quite far. Somewhere there, we're just interested in what maybe the price can just pass, touch that, and then that's when we'll be interested in the resistance, because you're still quite far from the resistance. From here, the price is approaching the support, and that's where you can start to have your buy orders ready, and then pull the trigger. So let's move to the next time frame, which is a weekly. So you can see where our, what's this, where our, remember this is our monthly support, it starts there, and now we are on weekly. We need to do the same thing. We need to mark the structures that belong to this time frame. so that we can try and link that to what we saw on monthly, and then from there we make a decision. So this side, we once had this. That's why if you want to make your life easy, just go to the point where everything was clear, put the trend line, and then you can see that you were very much bearish. And let's see this level here, right? This level there, it was a very nice level, because if you look at it, it is the one that gave us a move until here, right? That move is the same one that broke the support that we had here. This support was very important because at some point we had a trend line going like that. This support broke it. That's why it is a support and not just a swing low. So because of what this guy did, he was very important. Look what the price did when it went to it. It got rejected. So that's why you cannot just say because now my trend line is broken, and then you start predicting things like this, like that. It's possible, but you cannot just neglect all the structures that you have on your way. That's why when you're trading this weekly and you get your buy trade, you're just saying, where's my next resistance, where's my next bearish trend line, so that once they are hit, I know my next opposite structure has been hit, I need to exit. So in this case, the current structure on this time frame, which is a weekly chart, it is a consolidation, and the support here, it stays here and not back there because of what this guy did, breaking the trend line. So that's why he has to be our support. So this is your weekly support, and then resistance, you can still keep it there. Resistance, weekly support, weekly resistance, you're still in consolidation. And who is most likely to win? It could be the bulls, because of what? Remember, in consolidation, if this is one of the time frames you're trading in consolidation, you can buy and sell depending on whether the structure and the space allows, and the location, you see. So where there is your support, you're now touching the support. If you get confirmation there at the support, you're most likely allowed, you're allowed, more than welcome to take a buy, and then you're targeting that resistance. Because of what? Yes, we are retesting the support, but we cannot yet put our take profits there, because this resistance that we are having here is quite strong. The time when it was formed, it pushed the price down and accomplished something. It pushed down and accomplished what? Breaking the support. So it's still very much strong support. It is not yet fresh, it is not fresh anymore, but it is still a strong support because of what it did when it was formed. So you're more than welcome to try and take a buy until if you're trading these big time frames. And I think there's one thing that I forgot to mention on monthly. On monthly, remember, we missed the support, ne? And currently this is not nice, because we are having what? Bearish rejection, followed by the next candlestick swallowing that. So that's still a bearish what do you call it, engulfing. So all those two, they are suggesting something else. But the current candlestick is not yet closed. So remember what you're seeing on weekly. Should that work out and push the price up until that support, it means before we get to, but the month is going to end soon this week. So, but you don't know what's going to happen. Should that reject the price, you can push it up, and then we won't have the engulfing anymore. But if it closes like this, it's not looking good for the buyers, even at that support on weekly. But you can still search for trades for as long as you get confirmation. You don't go there with a limit order. It's not safe. Not everything is pointing up. You cannot go with the limit order. You have to wait for confirmation. So that's why if this closes like this, then maybe that's when the bears can still have one candlestick to the downside and touch their support, officially touch it. Then that's where maybe they can start to reject and have a deeper pullback. So that's all that I wanted to mention there. So for now, here you are allowed to search for trades here. But remember, this is your next structure. That's if you're trading weekly. So that's all that you need. The price is at the weekly support. And let's go to daily. Yes. And see what's happening. So this is where you had the monthly. Is it the monthly one? No, weekly trend line. Was it the weekly? I think it's a monthly one. Let's go back and see. No, it's a weekly one. So that's where you had the weekly trend line. Oh yes. So now you're on daily. Let's see what's happening this side. We can remove it. We know we are inside the weekly support. So when you're moving down very strongly to the downside, being bearish, you had a trend line there, and all of that changed from this point. You see, this is the support that changed all of that, and then breaking the resistance and all of that, and then pushing to the upside, being bullish. And then the bullish move had the trend line, and then all of that changed when we pushed it down, broke this, and then we became bearish. That's why you need to trace it like that. So you can say you were bearish, and then you could put maybe your bearish trend line there. Let's just draw a proper bearish trend line. We can draw it from there until there. So this is the bearish trend line that you had. This was your nearest resistance, and then the price pushed up to it. Remember when the price was still here and then you feel like the space was enough before you can hit the weekly support, for example, then you could say, let me assess this, and then you check if it scores higher. If it scores higher, you could trade it. And then remember, when you're trading it, you're not going to look past this point. Even though it's just a swing low, you did not accomplish anything, you're not going to look past it. Because of what? You don't know why the price turned there. That's why when the price comes back, you need to make sure that this here, you use it to exit, but you can't use it to try and search for trades to go long, because it did not do anything. So the trend line was there. Oh, there's something here. There's something there. This looks like it looks like a swing. I mean, I don't know who look at this as a pause. It looks like a swing, meaning the trend line, you had to bring it down like this. This is what I teach in the mentorship. You need to be able to distinguish a zone that cannot be used to draw a trend line and a zone that can be used to draw a trend line. That's some of the stuff that I go in details in the mentorship. So here, this is the trend line, the updated one, and your support, meaning the support is currently this one, the support on this time frame, because it is the one that pushed up and broke the trend line. And you also need to look at the highest point at this level. You can see that it was taken out. Why? So if it was taken out, it means this support, this very same support, it is the one that broke the trend line. It is the one that broke the nearest resistance. So because of that, the nearest resistance now moves up to the next one. Yeah, so that's how you do it. Once the support or the resistance that you have is taken out, you have to now shift and take the one after that one. So if you are to update the stuff here, you can say, let's just bring the proper drawing so that you can see what I'm talking about. So on this time frame, here's your support. It will remain the support until it is broken or until something happens, until there's a new accomplishment in between. Until that happens, resistance, because that one is taken out. Which one are you going to take? You can even put it here. Yes, you can put it like that. And say, because I once had this one here, it was taken out, I have to shift to the next one. And then this one became a support because it pushed up and broke the resistance and broke the trend line. So that's why you have that. So on daily, your support, your resistance. So look what happened. So the time when the price broke up like that, it changed the structure from downtrend to uptrend because it broke the trend line and the resistance. Then it means this support was very strong. You could take a buy from it. The price came back. You could go with the limit order. You could wait for confirmation. In this case, all of them, they worked, because the confirmation, you can see you did have a couple of pin bars there. That's where you can say, no, oh no, it looks like the price, yes, it has touched the support that I want, and the price is being rejected. So that could be the confirmation that you want. You take a buy, you are targeting this. Remember, this is not a zone because it hasn't done anything, but you need to ask yourself, why did the price turn there? That is why when the price is coming back, this has to be your TP1. You cannot look past that and say, I'm targeting this. This can be your max TP or the final TP, but the point where the price turned before it came to activate you, that's where you have to place your first TP. And then the price in this case, it just went up until what? Until that point, and then it came back again. So now, oh, now this is interesting, because if you compare this point with this point, I don't know if I'm seeing things, but it looks like the one on the right is slightly higher. If you put this one here, the one on the right is slightly higher, because it means what? You have a higher high. So with the higher high, you know that now, because of what we're saying, we are bullish, you have a bullish trend line there. That's a bullish trend line. So that being the bullish trend line, this becomes your what? The support that you have there. You can say now it becomes a support because of what? Going into the other side. So now if you want to update, you can look like it's not going anywhere. That's where the things can get trickier. So you can say, we had a trend line there that was broken by this area. Yeah. And then this very same area pushed down and took out this area of support there. All right. So now that all of that is happening, it means that this thing has got higher chances of what? Of going to the in terms of the support, because that one is taken out. You have to come back and say the nearest one is this one. So on this time frame, the price is hitting the support, but it is no longer going up. It is no longer bullish. And then the resistance is here. Because remember, we have to update this one, because now we have got something that just happened before that, which is this one. Then you can see the trend line was there, it was taken out. And then now remember what we have on what? On monthly. On monthly, we do have that bearish rejection candlestick, and this week is ending, and we said that should this week end with that engulfing, bearish engulfing, price has got higher chances of dropping some more until it reaches, I don't know if you still remember, until it reaches at least here, which is what? Your monthly support, because the last time it tried to reach it, it failed. So maybe this is the time where it will come and test it. So that will depend on how the current monthly candlestick closes. Should that candlestick close with that engulfing, then you can say, because I say this time frame is bearish, you can say I'm targeting this area as maybe the price does something like this, the pullback inside this resistance, you are selling, and then you're going to target what? That support there. But remember, where the price turned before coming to activate you, it has to be a TP1. If you've got multiple trades, you can exit at every point where you have possible price is going to struggle to pass. You need to exit there, because it doesn't help in you saying it has to break all of them and go for the monthly support, because if it doesn't do that, you're going to lose all the money that you saw when the price was giving you, it was moving in your direction. It can turn at any point. You must never trust the markets. So now this is what you can look for. Maybe if it comes here and maybe the week has ended, you can take that and then hope that it will push to the downside. Let's look at maybe one more time frame, which is the H4. Even on the H4, we are having the same thing. We are moving up nicely, and then we had a trend line. We had the area of support there taken out, and then you have, this is the resistance that you can even cover the whole thing. You can even cover it until here, so that it's slightly big enough. So you have a resistance that pushed down and broke the support area of support, and it broke the trend line. So that's why you can say if it is pushing up, remember that daily one, it looks slightly bigger. They are around the same level. The daily one probably looks something like that. So you can say maybe if you don't want to trade that daily one after the monthly zone candlestick is closed, you can say let me drill down and maybe hope that the price will penetrate the zone a bit and reach for the H41 inside that daily one. That's where I'm gonna get myself from. This is still what? Your TP1. Then you can hold and hope that it will now go to the support down there. So that's all that you can look for. But currently we know that the price is at that daily support. So it's up to you whether with the confirmation you're going to take it and try and accompany the price towards the daily resistance. It's up to you. But I think it's safer to take a sell from here, from that daily resistance and that H4 resistance, this one here, for as long as the price on week monthly, the price doesn't change the structure there, because the week the month is about to end. When that happens, and then the price pushes up there, you get confirmation. It's very much safer to sell from there, targeting this one as your TP1, and then you can still hold if you have got more than one trade and hope that the price is gonna approach that monthly area of support. But you need to have confirmation. But based on the current structure, I think it's safer that way. All right, so that's all. I think I can end it here. That's all that I wanted to share with you guys. Just answering that guy's question on H1. The structure doesn't look really nice, so that's why I don't like the smaller time frames, because the structure changes a lot. So that's all that I think you can expect from this one, my guy, and everyone that's watching the video. And if you haven't subscribed and you feel like this type of the concepts that I'm sharing, or the content that I have here, it's something that you're finding helpful, so you can just subscribe and even hit the bell icon, so that whenever I make a new upload, you get notified. But otherwise, if you want more information, you can join the mentorship. You can text me, and then you can join with the next group, because I still have a couple of spaces available for the month of October. The current group is still busy with their lessons. They're done with the theory stuff. We're just doing the practical stuff, just practicing, so that they get the confidence to look at the markets the same way that I do. So until then, I will see you guys tomorrow. Remember, every day around in the evening, you must just come on this channel. You'll find a new video. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, which is going to be tomorrow. Thank you.